Let me tell you, when you're trying to say Mallory Pfingstler State Farm Insurance three-pointer in real time of a basketball
game. We've got to
game,
abbreviate that.
yeah, but Mallory's good to have you. We were hoping to get you and your sister both so we could start y'all fighting on the air, but since she's not here, you can tell us how much better at golf you were than she was, right?
Yep, exactly.
What do you remember most about your playing days in high school?
In high school?
Yeah.
Well, Coach Cope was the coach at the time, so I just remember all of his silliness. Really, I mean, we had a good time.
Yeah.
Dylan Young was one of my really good friends, so we always went and practiced together out at Riverwatch, honky tonk now.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I really played a lot more though, like over the summer and outside of the high school season was really my primary focus.
So during the off times, and Chris, I know you know more about this than I do. I'm just going to throw this out there. I mean, were you playing in events that were getting you noticed by colleges, basically?
Yes, exactly. So I would play all throughout the summer, even in the fall too. We still had different tournaments that I played out on the weekends. I really traveled like all throughout high school and to be able to get a scholarship.
Was there kind of a sense of pressure in playing at events like that, knowing you did have colleges watching you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, there was a lot of pressure. I definitely was nervous a lot of the times, but I felt like I performed better under pressure. So I always enjoyed that.
More pressure doing that or playing in a postseason event in high school?
I would say more pressure in the tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Or running an insurance company.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. A lot goes with that. So, yeah.
All right, Coach is our golf historian. I know he's been doing some research from golf over the years, and
Yeah, you know, that's just me. I wanted to find out as much as I could about the history or whatever.
Absolutely.
We were talking before you came on, and please message us or whatever, get in touch. I've kind of sent some feelers out, but I think we've only had DeKalb County High School 5 girls that have college scholarships. I'm not sure about Shay Hayes. I'm not sure about Patterson Nichols. But it began with Madison Denman for me and Tara Cantrell. And then Shay I think she was a junior when I left. I can't remember exactly, but I know she went to Belmont, and then you went to Belmont. How much of an influence did that have on you to go to Belmont?
Well, it was a big influence. So I originally committed to Cumberland University, and then I got an offer from Belmont, and I chose to go to Belmont. So since Shay went there, it definitely influenced me, I would say, because I already knew the coach. I knew Coach Lissa, and I knew the girls that I was going to be playing with because Shay was there for 5 years, so I was very good friends with all of the girls on the team. So it definitely influenced me to want to be there and join the fun there. So,
not to leave anyone out, Ashley Chu under
Trevecca.
Yes, and I'm thinking John Pryor. He was hers, so we had 3 different coaches there. What is the difference between playing high school and playing college?
Definitely more competitive. All the girls around you are like the same level as you for the most part, whereas like high school girls could go out and shoot like over 100. So, I mean, it would be
easy.
it's a big difference. I mean, you're around other girls that have similar goals as you, so it helps you stay competitive, I think. It's also different. You're playing from further back, so longer courses, harder courses, more challenging. You get to play and travel all around.
Communication with your coaches, is that allowed in college? Because I know it's forbidden in high school.
I know.
Supposedly
They've changed
forbidden.
the rules since I've been out. So I don't know what they are now. But whenever I was there, you could communicate the whole time. Like your coach we had an assistant coach, like they could walk around with you as much as you needed them to. You could not talk with the parents at all. But they would give us snacks. We had to eat every 3 holes. They would make, because we were playing 36 holes a lot of times. Like we would play practice round 18 and then 36, 18. So, I mean, you're exhausted and you're walking the whole time. So they wanted to make sure that our energy levels were staying up. So.
Who's better?
Me or Shay?
You or Shay?
I think we should go and find out.
I do too.
You play a lot more now than she does, right?
I play all the time, yeah. Now I do. So
You should come here and try it out.
yes, we should do that one time. That would be fun.
I
Shay has 3 kids, so she has a lot going on.
I still think we need to have a celebrity pro-am putt-putt tournament.
So I know
That way I could at least, have some part to do with it.
I talked with your mom, and I taught the same thing for a year or two, and she talked about where's the coolest place that you have played golf. Because I know y'all have been some pretty cool places.
Yeah, we have been fortunate to be able to travel and play all over the world. I would say still to this day, my favorite course is Old Head in Ireland.
Oh, wow.
So that was beautiful, but I played there whenever I was like 13, so I need to go back. So
There
that's
you
a
go.
goal.
Yeah.
On my bucket
Take
list.
Maddox and Keegan. That'll be fun.
Oh, they would love it. Yeah, like the whole family, we all need to go back out there. It would be really fun. And then Pebble Beach, of course, that's beautiful too, but Old Head is like the first place that I ever played that I was just like in awe of, and it's hard to beat. So.
What was it like, though, having a big sister that, she had all kinds of great experiences in high school? You mentioned Belmont. That was kind of a factor. But did you rely on her a lot, pick her brain a lot as you were growing and developing your golf game?
I was always very competitive with my sister.
Yeah.
She definitely got me into golf. Like, she started whenever she was a freshman under you, right?
Right.
So she came home and she was like, hey, I think I want to play golf. And my parents were like, what? Because we've always played softball.
Yeah.
And so she's 5 years older than I am. So I started about a year after her. But I was just always really competitive with her. I just wanted to beat her.
Yeah.
And I would pick her brain. Like we were always like cheering each other on. It was always friendly for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
See, that's why we need her here. We can get all the good stuff out here.
But we always had different swing coaches.
Yeah.
Like she always golfed with Mr. Eddie Hobson here in Smithville. And then I took lessons with Johnny Warren in Gallatin. So
Yeah.
I would go there like every single week and take lessons. And she would also go there, but she had her primary coach here.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times my dad, he was always like my Mr. Eddie, if you will. So he was always with me.
How much of the factor that your parents played golf kind of bought into playing golf, did that help you and Shay be able to do this?
Oh, we would not have been able to do it if my parents didn't support us, because financially too, it's an expensive sport. I mean, you've got to get the lessons and seek out the help. So my dad was always doing research as to where we could go to get lessons, and just always be our best. So definitely wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Do you watch a lot of golf?
No.
Really? Did you watch it back in your, in your days of playing collegiately in high school?
Yes, I would watch it a lot then. Now I always watch the Masters. That's like my biggest one. And then we'll try to go to a tournament. So
Yeah. Are there any golfers that you particularly like to watch at any point in time? Maybe even saw things in their game that you wanted to try to add to your game?
So I loved watching Jordan Spieth growing up. I just always thought he was a really good player. And then obviously Tiger Woods, he was always a really good player. And then my swing coach, Johnny Warren, he would always pull up other like female golfers, and we would compare my swing to theirs. So then he would show me, just depending on what we were working on, we would compare that and then say, this is what you need to do. Because I'm a visual learner, and so that would always help me.
When you play now, are you still as competitive as you were?
Yes.
Does your husband play golf?
He plays golf sometimes. He's left-handed, and it's just more like recreational. It's just for fun. So we go out there and we have a good time.
Because I know Shay's husband, he's a golf pro, correct?
Yes.
And so I'm sure,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what it is to take them to the golf course. Because I know Shay is competitive.
Yeah.
She acts like she's not, but she really is.
So her husband, he was also my swing coach whenever I got older, because they met in college. So whenever I went to Belmont, he was my swing coach as well. So,
Was there an overlap? Was Shay there like her senior year or fifth year when you were a freshman?
She graduated she graduated and then I started the next year. Yeah, so no overlap. So, but she was there for 5 years.
Yep.
All right. Well, some great memories there, I know, and we'll have to get you both on one of these days, so y'all can both get into it, get fired up. Who was better? Get them competitive juices flowing.
And you did this.
Yeah, and we may have to set that golf tournament up. Guys.
And we need to bring their mom in,
Yeah.
so she can settle some things.
I tell you, your mom and dad were so uber supportive of y'all and everything you did during that time. I remember so much, and they were very much involved. And for it to have been a sport that really, when Shay started, was not probably a sport that y'all were all that familiar with. They really supported y'all a whole lot, I could tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
All right, Mallory
Thank you so
Pfingstler.
much.
Yeah, thank you for coming out, and appreciate
Anything
you being
about
here.
her
and-
business?
Well, we do want to mention she is we have a insurance sponsor, but I don't think Grant would mind if we mentioned State
Yeah,
Farm.
we're friends.
So
we're all friends.
what-
here.
Yeah, I started saying.
So did insurance bring you back to DeKalb County? Or
It did, actually, yes. So I moved away. I moved to Columbus, Ohio. That's where I met my now husband. And so he had a really good job there, and I was doing sales there. So whenever I got recruited for State Farm, then I did move back here to open up the agency.
Okay. Now, of course, Jackie Smith was a longtime State Farm agent here. Did you kind of take her business over, or was yours just started from scratch?
No, I was fortunate enough to be able to take over her book of business.
Okay, 'cause-
So it all worked out in great timing because she was retiring, and I had already started renovating the building that I'm in. It was my Nana's hair salon.
Yeah.
So I had already started renovating it to open up an independent agency. And
You got a nice building down there, by the way, and
Thank
it looks like there's
you.
something going next door. Is it?
yes, it's a pet market, like a pet boutique.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of work, and it looks good. Your
Sherry
office looks
from
great.
Button Willow, she's the owner. Her
Okay.
and she has a business partner, so they're going to be open up that soon. I think in the next couple months.
Awesome. I love downtown. Now, just so many people have come in and really fixed it up, looks nice, and all the great businesses. I really love it. But, well, Mallory, I know you're busy. I appreciate you coming out. Okay, we got to ask you, I don't know if you're into the football game today or not, but you got to pick for the Super Bowl.
Oh man, no, I'm not into it.
she said Taylor Swift. See,
That's what I was thinking. Yes,
Taylor Swift.
Oh,
I'm here for Taylor.
okay. All right. Well,
We lost all the fans.
it's all right.
well, you got to pull for something. It's the Super Bowl. A lot of people just tune in to watch the halftime show. My sister watches the Puppy Bowl, so she doesn't even watch the football game. She watches the Puppy Bowl. Mallory, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We would love to have you back sometime and talk more about your golf career. Anytime you want to sit down with us, we'd love it.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. This was fun.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I got good news, y'all. Jordan's about to come back, and we got ribs coming. So more with Jordan Atnip. We're going to get Mr. Lucas Phillips to join us for our final segment here of DC Blitz, our Super Bowl edition, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is DeKalb County Insurance. Get a quote today at DeKalbInsurance.net.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
When closing on a new home or piece of property, you want the process to be as smooth as possible. For almost 20 years, DeKalb Title LLC has been helping new property owners in Smithville and DeKalb County through that process promptly and efficiently. As your trusted title expert and closing company, they believe buying or selling real estate should be a joyous occasion, and their team does everything possible to keep it that way. DeKalb Title works to make sure your transaction gets to the closing table and your new property is secure for years to come. Let DeKalb Title help you close and protect your residential, commercial, or new construction transaction today. Call 615-597-2303 or visit them online at DeKalbTitle.com.
As first-time home buyers, navigating the real estate market can be both exciting and daunting. At Farmhouse Realty, we understand your unique needs and are dedicated to guiding you through the process with ease. With our extensive knowledge of DeKalb County and its surrounding areas, we can help you find your dream home or sell your existing property at the best possible price. Farmhouse Realty is committed to understanding your financial situation and goals, finding the perfect home that aligns with your lifestyle, negotiating the best terms for your purchase or sale, and being there for you every step of the way. Give us a call today at 615-597-FARM. That's 615-597-3276, or check out our listings at farmhouserealty.org. Farmhouse Realty. Let us help you achieve your real estate dreams.
At First Bank, when our customers bank local, they get more. More empowered. More informed. Local banking gets them closer to their goals and dreams because they work directly with bankers who know them. With less layers and more personal connection. We're a local bank brand that goes the distance to get customers where they want to be. Which is why we got into banking in the first place. Stop by First Bank at 200 West Main Street in downtown Smithville, or give us a call at 615-597-4366. First Bank. Bank local. Get more.
prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville's brand new hair experience is the Hairloom, located at 107 West Main Street, in the heart of downtown. At the Hairloom, we believe that every client deserves exceptional service and personalized care. Whether you're looking for a fresh cut, a stunning color, or a rejuvenating facial, our experienced team of licensed barbers, cosmetologists, and estheticians is here to make your vision a reality. Step into our relaxing and friendly environment where you can unwind while we pamper you. Your comfort and satisfaction are our top priorities. Give us a call at 615-417-1081 or book your appointment online at thehairloom.com. Experience the hair journey you've been waiting for at the Hairloom, where your beauty blooms.
Impact Physical Therapy is a direct access, cash pay physical therapy clinic, which means your care is provided one-on-one by a doctor of physical therapy, tailored to you and your needs. Whether it be injury, performance, or generalized health improvements, a plan is developed to improve your overall health, mobility, and strength safely and without injury. Another benefit of direct access is if injury does occur, you can immediately seek out care for an evaluation and treatment, potentially that day or the next day, without having to wait for a doctor appointment. Impact Physical Therapy, located at 656 West Broad Street in Smithville, inside Vitality Fit. For an appointment, call or text 615-464-7479.
Do you ever get tired of long waits at the corporate pharmacy? Well, let me introduce you to your hometown hero, Johnny's Drugs, located at 516 West Main Street in Smithville. Johnny's Drugs is all about friendly service and efficiency. Our team knows your name and understands your needs because we're not just a pharmacy, we're your neighbors. Experience the warm, welcoming atmosphere that only a hometown pharmacy can provide. Johnny's Drugs, where friendly faces and efficient hometown service come together.
Kilgore's Restaurant, where great home cooking has been their passion since 1997. If you're looking for a delicious lunch, the hot bar at Kilgore's is served up daily with plenty of home-cooked choices. Tender meats paired with 2 or 3 of their signature sides, all served up hot and fresh. If you're in a hurry, call 615-215-8249 to place your to-go order. Hey, don't forget, Kilgore's isn't just about lunch. They are also open for dinner Monday through Friday. Kilgore's also offers catering for your special events. Come on down to Kilgore's Restaurant, where every meal feels like home. Open Monday through Thursday from 10 until 9, Friday from 10 until 10.
Just like the excitement of the big game, life is filled with unforgettable moments. At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that when the final moment comes, you want to honor those moments with dignity and care. Whether you're celebrating a life well lived or finding solace in a time of grief, our compassionate staff is here to provide the support you need. Trust Love Cantrell Funeral Home to guide you through with respect and professionalism. Love Cantrell Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of DeKalb County Athletics through 3 generations. At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Ranger brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
When it's time to attack those outdoor landscaping projects, you want to go into battle with the tools that will help you get the job done right the first time. After all, your time is precious. When you're ready to go on the offensive, let Southern Landscape Supply get you armed with the best landscaping tools on the market. Southern Landscape Supply is the home of Bad Boy mowers, tractors, UTVs, and handheld tools. Bad Boy, with their legendary reputation for strength, performance, and value. Hustler mowers, DeWalt, Red Max, and Echo handheld power tools, specialty turf equipment, and more. Plus, they offer the best parts and second-to-none customer service. Ready to attack your landscaping project? Prepare yourself with the best tools at the best value. Visit Southern Landscape Supply, 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville, or online at thesouthernlandscapesupply.com.
DeKalb County Insurance, we've got Jordan back. And we got
Yes,
good
we
stuff.
do.
We got more good stuff. All right, Jordan with Jude's Traveling Food. Here until you said 8 o'clock or until you run out, right?
8 o'clock till I run out, till
Okay.
I have a crisis mentally, you know.
Morgan says you have to come home.
Yeah, she's cleared me until 8.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm allowed to be here until then.
So we're outside Caddyshack, 301 South 3rd Street. Is that right? Did I get the address? Okay. So
Sorry, I
if
think
you-
I'm standing in front of Lucas.
So you can come on by and sample some of this good food if you've not tried it yet. Okay, what do we have now, Jordan?
So what you've got in those boxes is 2 of our fried wings and 2 of our baby back ribs.
Oh, all right.
The wings, nothing special, quote unquote. It's just a fried wing, but our dry rub is really what makes the difference there.
Okay.
We mix it together. It's got a little bit of paprika, a little bit of brown sugar, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The same dry rub is actually used on the ribs. So I thought I invented this technique of ribs. I called it Jude style ribs because when he was young, it was the easiest way to feed him was to cut them ahead of time. And then I found out they're actually called party style ribs, but we're going to call them Jude style ribs. They're baby backs. So what I do is I cut them first, then I hit them with the dry rub. I smoke them for about 30 minutes to an hour on a low temperature, just to let them soak in a lot of smoke. And then I take pans, put them in there, and I bathe them in brown sugar, butter, and Dr. Pepper. So they're very healthy. They have everything that you need. After we braise them, we hit them with our homemade sauce and let that caramelize on there real good. But what you get is a rib that doesn't fall off the bone. You can hold on to it and eat it, but it comes off as soon as you go to take a bite. Which for me, that's what I want. I don't want them to turn into mush meat personally. So that's the way I go about it. So that's what you're tasting right there.
I changed my mind. I want the dry rub.
Casey was ordering some wings for after church, and he told me he wanted some barbecue sauce. I was like, "Well, try these with the dry rub and see if you change your mind." And so he's changed his mind. He's going dry rub. And I didn't know you was going to be up here, Lucas. I'm sorry. Well, I knew you'd be up here, but I didn't know you was going to be here.
We'll be happy to share. But oh my goodness, that is so good, man. That is so good.
You.
So this guy's got a gold mine going on here. So you mentioned catering earlier. If people got events and stuff coming up, they want to contact you because I know we're getting into springtime. Weddings are coming up and a lot of big time events. How can they get in touch with you?
So it's on our Facebook. Everybody get a hold of me. You can do Jordan at Jude's-food.com.
Okay.
You can, if you have my cell phone number, you can text me. But I have a business cell phone as well that I keep up with, and I believe it's 615-580-7616.
Okay.
Or 7617. That sounds better. That seems right. But it's on our Facebook. I shared it today because we're actually taking call-in orders right now too. Because I know it's a little bit cold out there. A lot of folks are calling in, and then they just check in and they pay, and then we say where you parked, and we run it out to them because we're already cold, so it's fine. When you turn that fan on to vent all the delicious smells, it sucks air in, so it's like a constant wind tunnel. So it's not very warm in there, surprisingly, unless you're cooking.
I like stupid questions as a teacher, and I'm going to ask a stupid question. So my stupid question number 1 today is, where did you come up with the name of Jude's?
Oh, thank you. My son, who turned 3 today. And no, I'm not a horrible father. Morgan said it was okay. His birthday party was yesterday. We went and did the trampoline park in Murfreesboro yesterday. She said, so that was his party, so it's fine. But, I was trying to think what's a good business name, and I started thinking on this maybe early last year was when I really started researching food trucks and everything. And he's just brought me so much joy, and that's also what food does for me, and that's what food does for a lot of people, and that's what I want to do. So I said, I want to name it something with Jude, and I went through a bunch of variations, and the first one that I came up with that I really loved was Jude's favorite foods. And Morgan said, that sounds like the kids' menu at an actual restaurant. And so at one point, it was just Jude's, and it was going to be barbecue wings and more. And then I had some people tell me, hey, don't single yourself to a single thing, because a lot of events, if they see barbecue in your name, they've already got a barbecue guy, they're done with you. And I tried to not be a typical barbecue truck. Like our smash burger, oh, man. Can I bring y'all a smash burger later?
You won't get no arguments from this end of the table.
Okay, all right. I totally forgot. Let me bring. Coming up, we'll do
our third segment.
Yeah, I'll bring y'all some. I'll bring y'all some smash burgers, because that's another thing that we do really well. That's our second best seller, actually, the smash burger. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but yeah, that's where the name Jude came from. It came from my son, my beautiful boy.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, find them on Facebook, as we mentioned, Jude's Traveling Food, and follow them on Facebook. If you do have an event coming up, catering, Jordan would be happy to talk to you about that, and I can attest that this food is good. It's very, very good. So
you are my barbecue guy now. So.
Yeah. I appreciate it, and I didn't even have pulled pork to bring you.
That's fine. Everything we've had today has been great. Jordan, thank you so much for sharing with us. We sure appreciate it.
Yeah. Did you pick your winner tonight?
Yeah, we got to get your Super Bowl winner.
I think you missed earlier. Are you an Eagle supporter, or are you a Chiefs supporter?
He's got a
tonight?
Chiefs hat on. We can't see for the live.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm blind. I can see your outline.
I go for teams that like to win.
Hey,
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge football guy. I know that's going to break some hearts here. I'm not a huge football guy, but I do.
But you're a huge Taylor Swift guy, right?
I'm a huge T Swift.
Yeah.
No,
a Swiftie.
No Swift and no Wallen in my house. But a few years ago, I was like, I'd like to get to watch some football again, and I just Googled, does anyone play similar to Brett Favre anymore?
Yeah.
And it says Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, wow.
And so I just watched it, and I was like, I like the way he throws.
Sure.
And so for me, that was like, I had no idea at the time that they were a big deal. It was just, I like the way he threw the ball.
Yeah.
And so, and that season they won a Super Bowl. So I was like, okay.
Works out well.
You picked out a winner.
Yeah, I'm not diehard. This is all my memorabilia right here. This hat, and I had a UT hat on for Haynesworth later. I was like, I'll show him some support, but I was like, I got the shirt on, so I can rep a little bit of this.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got what's that? Two Chiefs and one Eagles now for our guest today. Jordan, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Just hand that over to Lucas, because we're
going
to
to
talk
check back
to him
in with you guys later.
Absolutely. Lucas Phillips, the owner here at Caddyshack, and we got to talk to you just briefly last Saturday by telephone. We got you here in person today, and man, we were a little bummed out because Albert had something come up, a little snafu in his schedule, so he had to push back his start time. He'll be here a little bit later, but we've still had a good time today. We've really enjoyed being here. Thank you for having us out.
Thanks, guys, for coming. We love having you out here, and it's been fun, so look forward to the rest of the night.
So how's business at the Caddyshack been so far? Seems like it's been pretty busy for all I've seen.
It's been great, yeah, and quick shout out to Jordan and the food truck last night. With his son's birthday, he last minute was able to cater an event, dropped off pulled pork for I think we had 30 people here for a private rental, and it was awesome.
Wow.
So it's been going good.
That's great. So what started this idea? What made you want to do this?
A few years ago when I kind of moved back, I was wanting to go watch a football game with a buddy somewhere, and there was really nowhere in town that was open on that particular night, and at least didn't stay open until 8 or something like that.
Sure.
And so that was a big motivator. And then my dad, my brother, who are here, we've always golfed and played every sport in the world, or tried to at least,
Yeah.
When you get out of high school and out of college and stuff, this is about all you can play without hurting yourself. So it kind of worked out. I'm a big tech guy, and kind of made sense, and all the pieces fell together.
Now, this is not your only business. I mean, you do some other stuff. I know we've seen some signs and stuff you do. What do you do in terms of what? It seems like you got a conglomerate going on, I guess.
Yeah, not quite, but we're trying to, just kind of stay busy, which I just had a kid 3 days ago, so I think that trying to stay busy is going to take care of itself.
Yeah,
problem solved.
Yeah, no kidding. So this LED board behind you, this is one of our LED boards from my brand. We get it manufactured and from our own private label manufacturer, and I import them in, and I do signage for indoor, outdoor, small businesses, churches, any kind of venue. So,
cool. It's all digital based, I assume.
All digital LED.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do all kinds of different
Now, you
stuff.
said your brand. I see you've got the GSD. Is that what you're talking about?
No, so this is everything is under LP Creative.
Okay.
And I started doing just like different creative stuff, app design, web design, branding, marketing.
Sure.
Just staying busy really before I figured out kind of where I wanted to go off to. And GSD is a clothing brand that me and my buddies started back in early summer of last year, along with Cheeky, the girls' line. And it is downstairs, but we're actually transitioning to all online, and I think I'm going to branch off a lot of the clothing to Caddyshack's golf wear.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
not been
right.
announced yet. We're still working on it.
I forgot. I totally
Breaking
forgot
news.
about all the clothing stuff, dude. You've got you're taking over the world here. You know.
Oh man, we're
Diversified, buddy.
diversified. That's right. Right. I was always told don't put your eggs in one basket. Yeah, so.
Now, is this all something that kind of you went to college for and wanted to do all along, or is this something that just kind of?
I could sit here and talk to you all day about how the random stuff has happened, and it's been pretty random.
Yeah.
Like I went to school for computer science and then did marketing and finance, and I was there for, I don't know, ended up at UT after Florida and Tech, and then UT, and then went to Vegas and did logistics for a while. Like it's all been kind of all over.
He had a half-court shot to win some money. at
Yeah.
The ball game. Was it
See,
last year?
I'm thinking about making that a business. I'm
Last
just going to start
year?
chasing around half-court
You should, yeah.
Because I was like, who is that? And they were telling me who it is. I was like, I don't know that. And I was like, oh, I know who that is now.
Pretty awesome. It's funny the people I'll see, like especially kids, and like, oh, you're the half-court guy. And I'm like, yeah.
Hey, there's worse things you could remember.
Sure.
Now, last week we were talking to you about football, and I was talking to you a few days back to you, and you relaying that you're not that big, really, of a football fan, don't follow NFL and all that, but you played football.
Yeah.
You were a quarterback at DeKalb, and I mean, did you grow up playing football?
Oh, yeah. I grew up, my first sport was baseball, and that's what my dad, to this day, says. He's mad I didn't keep playing. But, yeah, I mean, I played football when I started when I was 6. My brother, he's a year older than me, and my older cousin Matt, they're older than me. So I grew up playing football, baseball, basketball, and I just don't watch sports a ton.
Sure.
You know? I love playing it, and I'll go play any sport in the world, but it's part of being busy. I don't have time to really sit down and watch sports, and if I do have that time, I'm kind of a nerd. So like I'll be on my computer trying to learn random stuff.
Did you enjoy one sport more than the other? Did football stand out?
Oh yeah, I love football. You know, that's when I was a freshman. That's kind of I told myself I wanted to go play college somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the route that I would have to take is to get a scholarship somewhere. So, yeah, I told myself freshman year that it'd been football, and thankfully it paid off.
Now, the years start running together. I always think like 1995 was 8 years ago. But remind me again the years you played. It was
2013 was my graduating year, so
Okay.
2012 was the season of my senior class.
So
and
that
then-
was the season I thought you were on the team I wanted to talk about, because that team went 10-2 that year. I remember that, and went to Livingston, being the
We're not
thorn
gonna
in
talk about that. No, I'm
being
just
the
kidding.
thorn in the side that they were. But,
Yeah.
but that was a special team, man. I mean, what was it about that team that you really remember?
Oh man, so much. Really, the team. That's what it was. We had, I don't remember how much. I mean, you coached us probably my freshman year.
Yeah, the
sophomore year.
2010 season.
Yeah, it was. We had a big class, a big group in my class, probably 20 or 30 of us that we had all played since freshman year and stuck with it. Not everybody played. A lot of people came in after, sophomore year and stuff. But the guys who were in, we were tight. Like we were so tight and always hang out and hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Like there probably wasn't many days in practice we wouldn't start fighting each other, and then go to each other's house afterwards. So it was just a good group, really good group.
Chris, I know
It was. Coach Trapp talks about a few of the classes that he remembers that what separates them from the other teams that they had that were still successful. But he talks about the 2012, that this was just a great leadership team. And you go back and you look and we go, we got an attorney here, and we got a doctor here, and we got a dentist here, and and all these guys stuck together, clung together, played for each other, and it wasn't we're just going to talk about this, and it wasn't a lip service thing. It was a true, genuine care for one another.
And to me, that year was one of the years that we've seen teams that, for instance, offense, the line might be young, but your skill positions were veterans, or the other way around. You had a veteran line and young skill positions, or the defense was, kind of green. To me, Lucas, that year, with all the seniors you had, that was one of the years where all the elements hit at the same time. Was that kind of what you felt about it?
100%. And a lot of these guys who were seniors starting that sophomore year, 2010, were playing as sophomores. I can't remember how many sophomores we had. I started starting sophomore year, like the 5th or 6th game. And before me, we had, I want to say, maybe 2 guys on the O-line as sophomores who were already kind of undersized. We had skill guys. Momo was playing. I can't remember. There's tons that I'm going to forget. But, taking that, bunch of butt kickings that year, at that age, to be able to go through that and have resilience and, keep fighting, that definitely helped out.
That next year, 2011, started the 13-year string of playoff appearances. As a matter of fact, that just unfortunately ended this past season, but that was kind of the start of a real, actually historic run for DeKalb County football, because they've never, ever even come close to that many years in a row. All quarterbacks have that one game that stands out. Do you have one that you remember that maybe you had a fantastic game, or just a special memory about a game?
The one that stands out the most, wasn't even a highlight for me. Well, the play was that I remember, obviously, but the game itself, awesome game. It was junior year. Coach T, which, y'all might remember, but it's not a thing much anymore. Everybody's talking crap on there about Macon County is about to expose DeKalb. We'd started off strong. It was like game 6 or something. And they're like, no, Macon County's about to expose them. They scheduled us for their homecoming. They had a quarterback who was getting recruited, pretty heavily, and 2 receivers. They were like 6'4", and they're like, the Twin Towers are going to kill him, whatever. And it was wild because I'm not going to expose any of my guys. I know who they are. But before the game, it was one of those games to where, you go on this long ride to Macon County. You get there, you get to the locker room. Guys are just, at this point, tired of being on the bus. They're all joking around, and I'm like, dude, we're about to get drilled if we don't tighten up, what's going on? We get out there and play a heck of a ball game. I can't remember what happened. Something happens, and we're down 2 points, 1 or 2 points, with 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go. And we are on the opposite 30. We're on the long 30, and we have to go 70 yards to win in 1 minute and 13 seconds. And we get the ball, and I remember Will, he looks at Coach. We're all huddled, offense about to be ready to go out, and it was like, they left us too much time.
Yeah.
He's like, minute, too much time. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
So we get it, boom, boom, boom. We work down the field. We get on the 30-yard line, the other 30-yard line to kick a field goal. And our kicker, we had a heck of a kicker. He was great. He played receiver and corner for us as well. And at that time, dude, his leg just started cramping. This is crazy game. It's cold, so you're getting beat up and stuff. He starts cramping bad. And so Coach Trapp's like, he's like, timeout, stop the clock. He's like, look, we're going to do quarterback sneak. And right when you fall, just hold on to the ball, hold on the ball, fall. Everybody start timeout. Well, timeout. Zach will be good to go. We'll kick it, win the game on a field goal. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we get up to the field in the huddle, call the play, and my brother was a fullback. And it was his senior year, my junior year, and Matt Boss was my age. He was my left guard. If you know Boss, big boy, and which is lawyer now, right? So, Boss, he's sitting here, and he's got his hands on his hips like this in the huddle. If you know him, you know that stance. And Sebastian, my brother, looks at me, and he's like, follow me. I'm like, dude, heck no, I am going to do a quarterback sneak. I'm going to take 2 or 3 steps, get hit. I'm holding on to the ball, and I'm going to fall down. We're going to call a timeout. Zach's going to kick it and win. And he's like, do it. I look at him, and I look at Boss, and Boss is sitting here shaking his head. Yeah, he's like, follow me. And I'm like, all right, bet, well, whatever. So I get under center, hike the ball, take a step back. Sebastian, I just see him pass me, and I'm like, let's go. So take off. I take 4 or 5 steps. Untouched.
Yeah.
Sebastian and Bosch just clobbered these linebackers.
Wow.
They hit the nose, split off to the backers. I take 4 or 5 steps. I'm looking at the ground because I'm thinking I'm going to get hit. I'm not even looking up.
Yeah.
I look up, and there's 2 safeties just take it off. Long story short, we ran a 30-yard QB sneak to win the game with like 30 seconds to go, and that was probably the best feeling that we've had. That I've
What
had.
did Coach Trapp say, though?
I don't even remember. I remember watching film, though, and Coach Clarence, you see him, like, after he's yelling and stuff like that in the mic going crazy. And after the game, this camera's still going. You see him running out on the field, Coach C, back in the prime. I think he tackled Will or something like that. He's so pumped. So it was cool.
That is awesome, man. That was a fun season for DeKalb County football for sure. Well, let's talk about the future plans for the Caddyshack as we wrap things up here. I know you're kind of just getting started with it, but what do you see the long term here?
Long term, we'd like to. We've been blessed and been fairly busy. And one thing that we don't want to do, which thankfully we've not had to do yet because we spaced reservations out enough. But I never want to turn somebody away from getting a bay. And so right now we have 3 bays. We'd like to take this wall down in the back and extend the bays, maybe put a couple little pool tables in, and do a kitchen in the back, do some food, which we should have here in a couple weeks. We're waiting on some health permit stuff to get finalized, some equipment to get checked off the list. And besides that, I mean, we're good and we're ready to go.
Awesome.
I'd like to get to where, people are renting it out like we did last night. That's a great time. You can bring people here, family of any age, and just come here, have fun, and be safe and enjoy your time.
All right. And we're going to wrap up. This is it for this portion of the show, and we're hoping to have Albert to come in and join us here in a little bit, and we may come back at halftime to talk with him. But the Bills aren't playing.
They're still my pick for next year, though. For next year.
But Josh Allen, is that right?
Yes.
He won MVP, didn't he?
Yes,
he did.
So I saw that.
Which I love that. I love Lamar too. So I don't know how next year will be the Bills or the Ravens one. That's who I want to go.
Okay.
But this year,
who you like?
Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Patty. I love the Chiefs are great, but I just want to mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm an underdog guy. So
all right, we're coming down the line, Casey.
Baseball season.
Or the meteor strike.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, come on now. You got to pick one.
Oh, my goodness.
They're watching the simulator.
Red icing or black icing?
Yes. This pick is based solely on the color of cupcake that I can get. I am going Kansas City Chiefs, baby.
All right, Coach.
Eagles. Want them
right.
to win, hope they win.
Okay. Now, we already know who you're pulling for.
I have the historical side. I would love to see the Chiefs win to get 3. I like Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. I like Patrick Mahomes too. There's nothing wrong, but I'm just saying I'm for both teams. I want to see a good game. I just want to see a good game, but I think
And a good halftime show.
I think I know the halftime show is not going to be good because I don't know who that person is. So
I should have let you wear Lavonda's shirt today. It says she wears it all the time to every ball game. It's just like I just hope both teams have fun.
I'm going to wear the one we bought for our kids that says I'm just here for the concession
Yeah,
stand.
that's very true.
I think the Chiefs.
All right. Does that make me the tiebreaker?
Yeah.
Where we at? I don't know. Let's see.
I think it's close.
Yeah.
Close? All right.
Who did Steven go?
Steven went.
He went with the Eagles.
didn't he?
Yeah, he went Eagles, and Eli went Chiefs.
One Eagle, one Chief.
Jordan went Chiefs.
Jordan went Chiefs. You went
Eagles.
Casey.
Chiefs.
Eagles.
Chiefs. Oh, okay. So I can either
You can either tie it up. We got to ask Daniel too.
We haven't got Daniel either, right?
We can't get Daniel off the simulator. There's Daniel. He's over there.
And we also have Albert at
Yeah, we got to get Albert's
That's kind of
pick.
an educated guess. It's at halftime. So
Yeah.
he's going to
Well, that's right. We'll just have to keep him from watching the game till then.
Yeah.
Daniel, who you picking? Eagles or Chiefs? He wants the Eagles. He's picking the Chiefs. All right. So
that's fence riding.
They're up 2. Yeah.
I'll tell you this, and I'm going to be over analytical, and so exactly opposite of what I say will happen if you're betting. But I think the Eagles are sick and tired of hearing about the Chiefs. They've got no coverage this week for obvious reasons, and they've been able to focus on football, and I think they're the better team. I'm going to go Eagles 38, Chiefs 20.
Let's go.
I hope it's
It
closer
bothers
than
me that you've got that much thought into this game almost.
I thought of that earlier when I was sitting on the toilet. You got all that time to kill.
I sat on the toilet today, and I didn't think about that. So.
I'm glad that y'all are able to sit on a toilet because if I do, it's Mom,
Yeah.
where's my socks?
Well, what you do is you just leave the door open, and that only happens one time then. So,
All right, it's time for us to get out of here so we can put the game up on the big screen and enjoy that. Lucas, thank you so much for having us out.
Yes.
We want to come back again sometime, and anytime you want to plan an event, we'd love to be back and be part of it for sure. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Any last words, anybody, before we wrap it up today? We all good?
Stay tuned next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next Saturday morning.
Well, we got a
9
game
o'clock.
Friday night.
We have a game Friday night. You're right. We'll be in back at the high school for Stone Memorial and DeKalb County. We'll see Cade Caps and the Stone Memorial Panthers, and going to hope for our DeKalb County Tigers and Lady Tigers to wrap up the regular season with a big district win. We want you to come out and be at the game live, but if you can't make it for whatever reason, or you got family, friends out of town that would like to watch the game, you can watch it on the Blitz Network on our YouTube channel next Friday, and our show on Saturday morning. For Casey, for Coach, for Kelly, for our producer, Daniel Leslie, I'm Tom Duggan saying so long for DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.